dominant behavior, head raised, curiosity, resistance. And that's okay, you can tell it, we're just studying like the behavior part. She would automatically go this way. Which is awesome because she would diffuse the behavior. Just walk her back and forth, walk both of them just back and forth. And you can walk them semi-close to the fence. Don't like restrict them from it. We try not to do any leash pressure. Leash pressure will bring in aggression.
You want me to just let him act best though?
Yep, just keep walking. Keep him moving. The more you keep the dog moving, try to stay away from that gap though. I don't want someone to get their nose through it.
You have a narrow. Tired. Low energy dog.
Go ahead and bring Ryan over there. So, try to attack. Two intact males, the chance of them getting a lot. You can bring her over just over there. We'll keep her in this direction now. So right off the bat, huge dominance. Nico is like, let's go. Hey! Up! Come here. Nico, come! Slut. Yes. So intact dogs, the chance of them actually getting along, unless you really, really know what you're doing, intact dogs aren't going to split.
How about like, what are your thoughts on male, female, spade, not spade, and male?
Anything fixed is going to be aggressive. That's why he's intact. His whole point of him being intact is to be aggressive. Unless you get a dog that is meant to be passive, like Riley, her not being fixed is never going to do anything. It doesn't matter. His not being fixed, even if I neuter him, his aggression is there.
Good boy, good boy.
Good boy, good boy. For contract reasons, I find it. Fixed them, they could be for aggression reasons, that could be or dogs. That if I neutered him sooner, that would cut down that aggression, which is why you keep him. But ignores every time he meets a dog, even Riley, who's super passive, up has over hackle or up, and that hackle is an aggression. He'd say, I'm going to puff myself up. We're going to see if we're going to get along or not. He most 95% of the time does not get along with them because he's a jerk, and normally they react, and then he goes into aggression. Now, come here. I love that you do things. And Riley, I would do a lot of cohabitation first, walking the fence, until they don't care that they're there. When they don't care that they're there, you move to the walking in a circle around each other. It's always a really slow process. So not like a doctor that want their dog to keep the dog. Make sure you have at least an hour to do the acclimation period. Because if they meet head on, the chance of a dog fight that stresses dogs, that's not natural. You can bring her back over. She's good. You can let her loose too. She's okay now. And like I said, this one, if you're testing out aggression, I would use this one just because she doesn't care.
Hi, Black Lab.
Trying to get her to pay attention.
That surprised me. You're the nervous, nerdy one.
Like I said, a truly dominant dog will bring the worst out in every single dog.
Okay.
Doesn't matter how good they are.
That is a surprise.
And this patient, if you watch all of them,
What's going on, guys?
She's female.
if you want to bring her back a little, I just don't want you to go redirect onto her. Freak her out entirely. Just watch the behavior. She's normally nervous and good. We've had dogs in class that will react like that purely because he's so dominant they don't know what to do. And all this kennel pacing. Nico, come here. Come. Like I said, watch even the way he's trotting. It's all tough, all extremely dominant. If you see a dog like this, chances are it's an only dog. Just to be on the safe side, they have to be a really, really experienced owner and have to be okay with getting a Riley dog for the rest of the dog's life. Just because he will bring out the worst in every single dog there is.
I think unless you have a dog that's working like him, a Riley dog is really kind of
really, really hard to dog because all puppies have a puppy card. Although he has bully puppies because he is a jerk.
I'm surprised that puppies don't fall into that because you said he likes to go after little dogs.
Yeah, but puppies have a puppy nose. Dogs know a puppy, and they will tolerate a dog. She's still trying to be compliant. Her tail's wagging. Her body is super, super.
Was she just ignoring him?
She's more stressed out.
Okay.
Like I said, she wants nothing to do with him at all. And he's very, even though he's acting like he's ignoring her, he knows exactly where she's at. And if she were to screw up, he would let her go. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and let's, if you want to bring, what's that one name?
Black lab.
Okay, we're gonna bring the black lab to the corner. Yep. We're gonna bring Riley in. Okay, we'll bring Riley over here.
Where do we come to?
Notice normally if I do flat or down, it's
Harder for him to do it.
really hard. We're trying to avoid this fence because he's just going to bring stress. Basically trying to get in this general area and then just walk around the circle and avoid it. Riley's like, make sure you do a wide loop. All right.
Is part of that because she's already kind of set off by him?
Part of that is because of him. That's he's a nervous dog. That's not aggression.
Okay.
That is, I'm going to defend myself before you get me.
Okay.
Even though Riley's like, I don't know why you're doing it. She would much rather be the biter than you get.
Yeah. And with that, you don't want to do a lot of petting, just because she wants Leslie to fix it. She's like jumping up, she's like, help me take care of the dog. Okay, so you guys can go ahead and drop this. Leave hold on for safety reasons, so go ahead and drop hold. And you guys keep walking. It's very important that you guys keep walking away from each other though. Just like a group on the opposite side of each other. Oh. Hey, everyone else just kind of don't touch her. We don't want her to rebound off of anybody. Here, girl. And that's okay. She can kind of do her own thing.
Oh.
You just kind of want to walk her close to this direction.
Sure.
So this one they're ignoring each other. Good fight. Oh my God. Eventually they will play. Notice Nico ignored Riley first. 10 minutes later. not going to be a punishment. There you go. You just want to run away. Yep.
How I did that? Down.
You don't ever want to do that. So that it's a pack mentality, and they might go after you.
Yeah, not with her, but this was her.
And they're probably okay in there. People that Riley, she reacted absolutely perfectly. She handled it perfectly. She didn't get away. She was just like, I'm going to back up. Come here. But she didn't create it worse by running and yelping. She handled that like any stable.
He's not saving you.
Come here. And if she walks by you, just walk away. If she stands by you, just you need to walk.
She wants us to save.
Yep, the main thing is movement going.
Come on. Come on, go. Let's go.
You gotta walk away, right?
I'm in the way. But if you notice how Riley is handling it, she's doing it.
He just looks at her like, what are you doing?
And everyone should, like I said, if you're not looking, make sure you walk away. And like I said, gut reaction is to pull the dogs away and go switch.
I think this is the dog that
Let's take a look here.
Well, when, you know what? You know my number when you get
Riley
it.
is just like I said, this is a dog that is completely stable mentally.
You should come to my house sometime.
She's smart enough to know.
She's just gonna go find her friend.
Riley's the playboy.
Yeah, what?
This dog's not relaxed. Riley's like, you're fine. Relax.
Like, look at.
Not a big deal.
Well, when Charlie did the play bow and barked at her, she was like, wait a second.
Yep, and like, if you have these dogs together enough, Riley by herself would take this dog out of her insecurities by itself. You wouldn't have to do training to get it out. But you would need the perfect stable. This is not something you do with most dogs. This has to be a completely raised, absolutely right, perfect temperament, perfect dog behavior, perfect mannerisms. Nico would not be the dog for this. The minute she did here, he'd be like, I'm going to eat you.
Aww.
Part of the breed with Riley.
Not necessarily. She's a Great Pyrenees, right? Sometimes they're a little bit more dominant. Not as nice. I don't know where you got her from, but it was probably a really good breeder and did a good job matching dogs. Because this is, I was gonna say she probably wasn't really cheap. She probably cost a pretty penny for that.
Oh, the gas alone costs a lot of money.
At the time, we came from a rescue in Cross, Wisconsin. Her mother was a show dog that was abused pretty heavily, lost her tail. So she was obviously not even showed anymore. But then her father is a well-bred dog that he works in the rescue to like rehabilitate the other dogs to be Great Pyrenees guardian breed
I was
dogs.
gonna say, this dog would be the dog that would rehabilitate a ton of different dogs all by herself. Notice this dog's already more relaxing. She relaxes quicker, the tail comes out. Riley pushed her, she's like, hey, let's play. That didn't work, so she's gonna ignore it. She's like, fine, we'll just go exist.
Leslie mentioned
It's weird 'cause she stresses me in the match.
that like because she was away from her litter maid. What are signs of that?
It's
Like
hard
they
to
just
tell.
don't socialize properly because they don't have all their like neighbors and puppies.
Yep, dog, honestly, even 8 weeks is a little bit too soon. Most of the time, I didn't get Nico from his breeder until he was 10.
Yeah.
And that was
it
true for them.
should be at least 8, but I know some people especially like.
No, and that was too Nico. I saw I had to bag him food because I needed him for school.
Yep.
And she's like, normally I don't do this for stuff.
Wow.
Because they do bite inhibition, they do a ton of stuff on puppies and litter mains. That if you
So the puppy, their dogs go for almost $3,000.
Please do my best for life.
Sell and Reagan because they have a loyalty. But I'm not keeping them.
It just keeps crying.
Notice already the black lab is becoming more comfortable though. She let Riley get closer before she reacted.
And her tail is when she's not completely like
Yeah,
curled
all
up
of this is
herself
simply
anymore.
she doesn't know what to do. She doesn't know how to react. This would be something you can't do through training. You need another dog to teach them how to actually be a dog. I can't get on all fours and act like Riley right now.
It'd be kind of funny, but I don't think it'd be effective.
I might have to strap on a tail.
Well, you still have that dog suit at work?
It's got a big tail on it.
Friday. They seem like buddies.
I was gonna say,
They
they're
don't
very good together. I probably wouldn't let them be together. I would probably pull them and kennel by each other. I wouldn't let them have playtime together.
Really?
Just for them getting adopted together next to them.
Oh.
And they team up. She probably gets along great.
She probably have. It wouldn't be good for them. Because I would think just letting them get their energy out and play together would be.
That's something where we'd rather have them bond with a human.
Oh,
To get that
okay.
human-human interaction.
Okay.
Versus letting them bond with their sister even little.
Okay, interesting. Because I would assume the opposite where it's like it helps them feel like nice because they have that comfort, but instead it makes them more stressed.
They only have their confidence, but other dog is there. We took the other dog away from her. She has no, she just stands there. She gets to a place where Riley leaves her alone and just stands there. She has no confidence on her. This would be another dog that getting her on like the wobble board and building up that confidence. You're like, hey, it's okay. You can handle this. This is something you have to be really careful with when you're doing it. Because a lot of, if she took it farther and went after Riley, you want to step in and fix it.
Uh-huh.
How many people have had to break up a dog fight? Go ahead and raise your hand.
What?
Breaking up a dog fight. How have you broken up the dog fight?
Back legs.
The wrong way because I never knew the dog.
Yeah.
Like,
It's kind of getting
The only
between.
thing you have to watch.
was totally infertile because I was in there by myself. And I was like trying to pull one away. I'm like, well, this is useless.
You want to go after the breast first. Because if you got into a fight and Andrew grabbed Riley, that dog is going to keep standing first. If you grab the black lab, say the black lab was the one that was attacking Riley, you have to figure out which one. Grab her first. Riley's going to back out. Because I want nothing to do with that. If Nico got in a fight with another dog, we grab him first. Because he will keep going. That's where your dog handling skills have to be 2 and 2 because he will redirect onto the person that is grabbing him. The best thing is, anytime you're doing any kind of dog-to-dog interaction, even if they're super, super friends and they look like they're okay, until you know that dog back and forth, I would keep leashes on as a quick getaway. Even if they came, like they've been together 3, 4, 5 times and they're okay, there could be something different, there could be a toy, there could be numerous things that could make that possession or aggression come out. And then you're kind of in trouble, especially if you're by yourself. I never recommend doing 2 dogs that you don't know by yourself either. Always have 2 or 3 people. Also, has anybody heard of shaker cans? They are amazing. I would have them in these yards, especially even doing like neutral fences. Those shaker cans will help you tremendously.
Is it the same thing as like a clicker? Is that just distract them?
Nope, it's a can. It scares them. Or air horns, anything like that that makes a loud noise.
We have a couple.
Just to get that distraction in there. Hoses work well too. Anything that can get that distraction in there. Notice how she's kind of taking notice. She's like, I don't know, but she still hasn't really moved. She still is not one to really move and go towards the other dog, which is completely okay. We don't want to force her. We're not going to like be like, hey, come here, just sniff the dog, because that will cause her to bite. If we make her do it, if we corner her and make her put up with it, even though she doesn't want to bite. She has no desire to bite Riley at all. And just from getting to know dog behavior, like when Andrew did grab Riley, gut reaction, you want to save his dog, he's like, come over here, don't take it. Which is normal, most people will do it. But from being around dogs numerous times and doing this numerous times, first second we even met her, I knew she's not going to do anything.
So if we got, say we got another aggressive dog out here and introduced them, would she fight back at that point?
If she was attacked, she would. If we brought Nico out and Nico did the dominance and she bit and he went after her, she has enough self-regard to back herself up.
But she won't be the first one to bite.
No, she will never be the aggressor. And if she gets in a fight, you don't want to grab her. You want to grab the other one.
So the lab would the lab ever be the aggressor?
No, this would be a dog that in a dominant household I would never put her with. Like a Nico dog I would never do because she's too insecure and he's too much of a jerk. Riley's secure enough in her own skin, she didn't care.
Right.
He did all the dominant stuff, she's like, that's fine. I could care less that you're biting my neck and throwing yourself over me.
She's coming over to me.
Get up and walk away. Yep. With her, with an insecure dog, we never want to give them the chance to rebound off of us and to use this as a guard.
Oh.
You can't 9 times out of 10. We don't get dogs like Riley.
No, but that's why, honestly, to test the aggression, I would use her first before you bring in like an adopted dog. Because the initial response, if this dog wasn't conditioned to be socially aware with your dog, that is going to freak an adopter out. An adopter is going to be like, no, I don't want that dog. If you practice with other dogs and get them socially aware, they do better. But you do have to practice it to get used to it.
And so you'll be able to help us. You'll be able to help us get dogs closer to be a Riley.
Yes, we want the initial goal is we want them all like this.
Wobble
We want them to get to
board.
that point. Yep.
Working with their self-confidence.
If her confidence was up, she would play with Riley. She would have no problem playing with Riley if her confidence was up.
And you're 100% sure she's not going to attack?
100% positive.
She just looks like she's.
No, 100% positive. She's not going to do it.
And how can you tell? I mean, from your
Studying enough. Studying dogs enough and being common knowledge. Practice knowledge, not common, but practice. And Riley's the perfect dog for it. If we had Nico in there, they would bite.
Oh yeah.
It would be a dog for you.
Allie, can we try her sister? Can I take the black lab in and try her sister?
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to go the same way. Again, even though Riley is perfect, we want to introduce him the right way. We're going to take Riley into Nico's pen.
Come on, baby.
Get out.